Today you are on Module 3, Lesson 8. So today in the lesson, you're going to be using the value of ones, tens, and hundreds. You're going to use those numbers to count up to a higher number, but you're actually going to be using money today. Okay, so instead of drawing your quick sketch with your groups, you're going to be using money. So just like my ones, instead of drawing a circle, you're actually going to be drawing a dollar bill that looks like this. So you need to make sure that you have the money sign. It's an S with a line through it, and then you write the number 1. And we're going to draw that dollar bill like it's kind of like a rectangle, just like the shape of the dollar bill. Same thing with tens. Instead of drawing that stick, that bundle of 10, instead you're going to be using a rectangle, the same shape of a dollar bill, and you're going to write the dollar sign. Make sure you include that and the number 10. Same with the hundreds. Instead, you're writing the value of 100. Okay, so these are the sketches that you're going to be using today. So here I have my place value chart. Okay, and I will draw the sketch up here. I'm going to actually be using dollar bills though today. So think about it. Say I have the number 124. And that's the amount that I'm going to be representing. Remember, you want to have that dollar sign. Otherwise, you might just think it's 124 of something. But in this case, it's $124, and so you need that dollar sign. Remember, you just draw an S with one line through it, okay? So I have 124. Just like we would represent on a place value chart before, how many units do you have of each? Think ones, tens, hundreds. So I have 4 ones, 2 tens, and 100. This is exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put one group of 100, a $1 bill, $100 bill, excuse me, in my hundreds place. I'm going to get 2 $10 bills, 1, 2. Then I'm going to get 4 $1 bills and put them in the ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So I have 100, 110, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124. Okay? So now, you're going to be using dollar bills today to count up, starting from the number 0. Okay? So, let me show you again. This time I'm going to draw. Okay? I'm going to draw on my paper and represent a total amount using my dollar bills, but instead I'm going to draw this for 100, this for the tens, and this for the ones. Okay? You're going to be given an amount. For example, let's say you have the amount of 216. Okay? And you have to show that using your dollar bills. Just like using the number bond in expanded form, you're going to apply that knowledge. So think of the number 216 and the expanded form. So if a digit's in the hundreds, you count by hundreds, 100, 200. So I'm going to write 200. If a digit's in the tens, you count by tens. 10. That's only one group of 10. Some of you are mistaking this. If there's a 1 in the tens place, you're writing 1. That would not be the value, okay? It's 10. And then here, 6 in the ones place. If a digit's in the ones, you count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this will kind of help you know how much of each dollar bill you need to draw. I need 200. So that means I need 2 $100 bills. So here's 1. And here's 2. Now I need 1 $10 bill. Now, since I'm only using ones, you could write a $5 bill, but I don't have $5 bills right now. So I need to change that into $1 bills. Okay, so I have to kind of count by ones right now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason why we're not using that $5 bill right now, which you could in real life, but right now we're just practicing counting using ones, not counting by fives. Okay? So you need to actually change that 5 into 5 ones and then add one more to make 6. So if I counted the value of this, the total value is 100, 200, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216. Just like using those quick sketches for the units when we're counting on our place value mat and when we're counting on from a lower number to a higher number, now you're actually using dollar bills. Okay, because in real life, you're going to have to learn how to use money. And this is exactly how you do it. You apply your knowledge. Let me give you one more example. Okay, let's say you have to represent the number 437. So first, you want to use that expanded form like a number bond. So think about, what are your parts? So if a digit's in the hundreds, you count by hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. If a digit's in the tens, you count by tens. 10, 20, 30. And if a digit's in the ones, you count by ones. We know this one, it's 7. You got that. So now this kind of shows you how many of each dollar bill, or not dollar, but bills that you need to use, okay? So if you have 400, you have 4 $100 bills. So 2, 3, 4. This would just be like adding 4 groups of 100, but you're not using that quick sketch anymore. You're using dollar bills. Now for the tens, I have 30. So it'd be 10, 20, 30. Now for the 7, you actually have to count by ones right now. You can't use a 5 and 2. You can't use a $5 bill and then 2 $1 bills. In real life, you could, because this would be 5, 6, 7. You could use these bills to add up to 7, but since we're just counting by ones, we have to trade that $5 bill for ones. So I'm going to draw 7 ones. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's check that value. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 410, 420, 430, 431, 432, 433, 444, 445. I'm sorry, I just counted that wrong. 433, I got mixed up right here. 434, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I confused you. 435, 436, 437. Silly Miss Fong, I just added that extra group of 10. So it's 437. Okay, so now this is how you're going to count on today. So let's take a look at that problem set. So you're on lesson 8 problem set. Here are the directions. It says, show each amount of money using 10 bills. So today you're actually using a total of 10. That's why each problem has 10 squares, because you're just going to write the value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just like we were doing before, you're just going to count on, and you're going to, if you need to, you can write on your paper, and you can actually write that expanded form. Okay, so let's read the directions first, and then I'll show you. Show each amount of money using 10 bills, meaning 10 total of these. Okay. Whisper and write each amount of money in expanded form. This is where that number bond comes in. So you want to stretch out that number using the expanded form in a number bond to help you. Write the total value of each set of bills as a number bond. Okay, so let me show you what that means. Okay. And it's already asking you right here to do that number bond, so you can actually do that first so that it will help you. So just like I was doing on my paper, like right here, I was doing that number bond first, okay? So right here, you can just do it directly from here. Okay? And then I would write my parts, 100, 30, and 6. So I'm going to do 100. Make sure you do that number sign, that dollar sign. Let's see if you can see that. Then right here I have the number 30. So you're going to write 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look at that. 6 ones. That works out perfectly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So then it says write the total value of each set of bills as a number bond. That's kind of what you're doing right here. So on this line, it's looking like you need to put the number bond here, but it doesn't look like there's a ton of space. So why don't you just do your number bond right here just as I did. And then that will show me that you've done that expanded form. Okay? So you're going to do this page on your own. And then you're going to go to the back. Same thing. Okay? You're going to represent the number, write it in a number bond in expanded form. Does that make sense? This one's a little tricky down here. 100. Think about it. You're not going to do just 100. Because yes, you could use a $100 bill to represent 100, right? But as you can see, you have to fill in all of these boxes. So think about it. Are you going to count by ones? Or are you going to count by tens? So you think about it, okay? Same with 1,000. You could use actually, there isn't a $1,000 bill. So you would have to use a different value for the dollar bills, okay? So think, would you use 100? Would you use 10? Or would you use ones to add up to 1,000? Think about that to help you with these last two questions. Okay, get started.